Everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel. How are you? I'm great. Thank you for asking. It is getting warm. It's getting warm in Dubai, or from dark to light it is. It's getting warm in Dubai. This is like the last weekend where it's going to be like low 30s, maybe 30, 31, 32. So I'm going to try and actively do something outside. Maybe go to the beach, maybe sit by the pool. We'll do something that we can try and enjoy the weather while it's here, which is crazy because you live in the sun all summer, but it's just too hot. But either way, is what it is. I can't complain. Morning routine. I ordered 2 breakfast burritos because I didn't sleep till 3 a.m. last night, and I woke up at like 10:30, and I realized I need to catch up on calories. Each burrito is like 700 calories. I'm down 1 already. I've got 1 more to go. I've got Alex Holmes who's teaching me about sales in the background, and it's pool day. Let's get into it then. Come on.
It's really good.
I appreciate that.
But
try and take it back to what we used to do.
yeah, it's a good watch. Like I like how sometimes you have kind of multiple days all in one video, and sometimes there's a bit of like kind of how it is in Dubai, plus like your normal life, and then there's bodybuilding stuff on the side. It's just a nice blend of everything. You're not like taking yourself too seriously. You get what I mean? Like it's kind of chill.
Thank you.
Very cool.
This
Is this on off?
Yeah. It's Saturday here. We're going to the pool.
Oh my god.
Because
So excited.
trying to get some sun. I forgot to do my melanotan injection though. So I'm going to be white or burnt tomorrow.
Application var yine.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. How is everybody doing? I'm great. Thank you for asking. We're back with another video. I had like a week off filming, if I'm honest. And I put this on my Instagram the other day. If you don't follow my Instagram, at Bridgman. When I feel shit, it's so hard for me to film, man. You know, I think one of the things that I struggle with the most is like when your mental health, when your job depends on your mental health to a certain extent. I'm like, so. I love this face tracker. When your mental health, when your job relies on your mental health, like if you're not in a mentally good place, you can't pick up a camera and film. I can, I just don't want it, right? It becomes a tall order to keep the cogs of the business turning, which is very annoying, but it is what it is. I couldn't wish for it any other way. I just feel like in recent years, I've become much more mentally challenged. And I wonder, I was talking to my mum about this yesterday, and I wonder whether it's this 6-7 years on steroids that have just done that. Because when I first started, a lot's changed, right? A lot has changed. I've got a lot more financial obligations. I've got a much bigger business. I've got people that rely on me paying them. I've got the pressure of always trying to scale to more and trying to live the life that I want to live. So a lot has changed, but ultimately I've been on steroids for like 6 or 7 years now. I just wonder whether they've disconnected me a little bit. But it is what it is. We're just dealing with it as we come. So I'm back, I'm feeling a little bit better. Pre-workout's going in, Mega Pump, raspberry twist flavor, one of my favorites. And we're gonna go with some push today. Before we go with some push, I'm gonna do a little unboxing for you guys. This is my latest order from Conte. You guys can use Conte support your boy any time of the day, all night, wherever you are, to get your best supplements. I'm just trying to disconnect this auto track face. Creatine, right? Been doing a lot of research into creatine. There's some really good research that suggests like 20 grams of creatine is pretty darn good for you. So I've been loading 10 grams in my first thing morning, like with my Hydroflow, which is another one of the ones that I've got in here. Hydroflow berry flavored. Big proponent of this. Been 10 grams of this and 10 grams in my pre and post workout. The stim is awesome. It's a low stim, even though it's called the stim. It's not got like crazy stimulants that are gonna absolutely send you completely west. We've got 3 of those because it costs a lot to ship to Dubai, so they've also shipped me loads of everything. I've got 2 more cream of rices. I'm excited for this one. This is like a triple chocolate Cadbury version of cream rice, which I am very much looking forward to. I've got 2 of those, and then I got 1 more salted caramel protein shake, which I've been eating a lot more protein recently from shakes because my appetite has just been terrible. I've been eating above 4,500 calories now for 7 or 8 months, and some of that was like above 5,000 calories, and I'm just sick of eating, lad. I'm fucking sick of it. But I'm gonna go on a deficit like today or tomorrow. I'm just waiting for my check-in, and we should be going into a deficit, which would be nice. 3 or 4 weeks into a deficit, get the appetite back. Like, I'm not fat. You guys will see, maybe I'll do a physique update. Like, this is like week 7 on TRT as well. So this is, I shouldn't say TRT. I should say like on less drugs, because everyone gets funny about it on here. But maybe I'll do a little bit of a physique update with a pump, just to give myself some chance of looking like a bodybuilder. Nah, I'm joking. It's so funny how the bigger you get, the same insecurities remain as when you were small. So I'm already probably like fucking 5 minutes into this video, so I'm gonna end this and get into the workout. All right. Already got myself 1 set in. Gonna do 3 sets of lateral raise. If you ever get stuck with the strive or the prime, I put this challenge on the start, so it's harder here and then drops off because the muscle is stronger here. It needs to drop off. We also know that being in the lengthen range, so here and then coming up, it's going to help quite a lot because we know that lengthen range challenge is really good for muscle building. So 1 set, I've already got a pump. That's good news. Been struggling for pumps recently. It's good. Set 2. All right, been back in the gym. Worked up 20. I started on 2 plates. Got up to 3, felt pretty good. Got up to 4. That's been my like max on this machine in the off season, and I've honestly kept it pretty well, surprisingly, in this downtime phase. So I'm hoping I can get 4 for like 4 plates a set. And this is a fucking heavy machine, like the big boys will be on here doing that as well. So let's have a go. God. All right, incline press. Side base more. This is like 220s power at 5, so I say 130, just for argument's sake. Did 125 last week. On a bloody cruise, tucking the elbows in. It's fun how I can literally take my clothes off in front of a crowd of people in a pair of pants and pose. And yet there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in this room right now. And I can't think of anything worse than taking my clothes off right now. So I might not do a physique update. So funny. I think the issue is everyone's a bodybuilder here, so I feel like everyone's judging me. It's alright. Just one of my fears. Crazy. But we'll get there. I'm gonna do it. Promise I'm gonna do it. Strongly. This is what I did instead. I made a story because it looks better on my phone. But I look alright, you know? It's not too bad. And the caption says, so y'all know, week 6 cruise, 122.2 kilos, short diet soon to extend my push phase a little bit and also get my appetite back. It's a little rubbish right now. I've also got a very, very small progressions on all my lifts since cruising, all thanks to appropriate training volume and an added rest day. So I was training 4 on 1 off just as I went into this cruise. I kept that for as long as I could, and then there was like a period of time when my like recovery just dropped off. Usually that happens like end of week 2 going into week 3, because if you're using enanthate esters, those like peak after 4 weeks, so they also unpeak after 4 weeks. And I just noticed, like, I think I was complaining on the vlog actually, my elbows were hurting, my knees were hurting, and I was just like under-recovered. Not necessarily overtrained, but just under-recovered. So we moved from 4 on 1 off to 2 on 1 off. So it just massively helped me keep all my numbers. In fact, like I said, I wanted 4 plates for 8 on that press. Like I did it, and I'm at like rock bottom of what, not rock bottom, of what my hormones will be. I also had that fake testosterone for a while, so like I did that on fake testosterone. It just shows that testosterone isn't just like the main driver of everything, and sometimes it's just about like managing the fatigue as much as possible and making sure you're not just absolutely hammering yourself. Like you can't expect to do what you were doing on fucking 2,000 milligrams of whatever it is when you're on 200. Of course you can't. So we changed things and I've kept all my strength, which I'm really happy about. If I can keep that strength now while going back on cycle or creep a bit up while on a diet, my baseline numbers are like my all-time highs. And then I go up in cycle and up in food, and I'm just pushing up into new territory straight away. So I want 5 plates on that press. That's what I want by the end of off season. So we'll have a go, see how we go. Time to go home and eat. Oh yeah, bud. Look at that, except for this white t-shirt and this white t-shirt. I absolutely love getting my place clean. I had, my landlord has just been so fucking annoying. He basically has paid no service fees for this place in like 2 years. So when you don't pay service fees, you get restrictions on what you can do. So they do everything through apps here. So the building manager of this place, yes, I'm scratching my back. The building owner is like called MR. Very, very famous across Holland by their own thousands of buildings. And they have an MR app. You go in there, you log in with your credentials, you give them your certificate to live here, and then you have access to getting access cards, having guests come stay so I can leave and have people come stay, a load of other stuff. If they have events, New Year's Eve, they block off the whole area that I'm in, so you can't only come in if you get wristbands. I don't have access to any of that, so luckily I wasn't here on New Year's Eve, but if I was, I categorically would not have been able to get onto the place where I live because I haven't had access to the app. So he's been he just refuses to pay. He refuses to reply, refuses to pay, and then he messaged me out of nowhere after months of arguments, and I just gave up. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just not going to argue anymore, I can't be bothered. He messaged me saying, someone's coming tomorrow to view the place to buy it. And I'm like, nah, you can pay or it's not happening. Anyway, he did not like that. He's like, you have to. I'm like, no, I don't. I know the rules. And then he messaged me the next day saying, I want you to leave at the end of your contract. Well, in Dubai, you have to give 12 months notice. It's like mid-April right now. And like, so I could leave mid-April. He also gave me notice through WhatsApp, which is illegal here. You have to give notice through email formally or letter, which again, like he didn't do. So I don't have to leave for 12 months. So then they've been trying to sell the place. And I'm like, well, you know what? You can come after my tenancy because right now I don't have access to half the thing, which is in my contract, by the way, which you're breaking. So I said to him, look, people can come view it if they give me their written permission or their written consent that they will give me 3 months refund if they buy the place. I have my last check here. We have to pay in 4s. So I've got my 3rd check coming out in like 4 days, 5 days, which is like, this place is not cheap. It's like a big chunk of money. I hate paying it in 4s anyway. I want to pay monthly. And then my next one's due in July. So I'm like, look, rip that one up, don't let me pay it, and I'll leave at the end of and I'll leave in November. Or you're going to have to buy the place and give me 12 months notice because the landlord still hasn't done it. And obviously everyone's like, yeah, we'll rip up the last thing. So I have a viewing in like an hour, but not that's why I cleaned up, but it's nice to be fresh. And the cleaner here is very cheap, so she comes once a week. That's an absolute rant about my life that you didn't know, but here we are. Man, I have been feeling so shit recently. I don't know if I said this in the challenge just yet. What this fucking thing is? Wow. I don't know if I said this in the challenge yet, but man, I feel shit. So I told you I had fake testosterone, and what I didn't correlate was all the brain fog that I had. Because I was still like, I still had a really good sex drive, which is very strange. I think my sex drive was just permanently high, just no matter what hormone I've got. So this is a problem with associating sex drive with testosterone. It's not always relevant. But actually I had super brain fog, couldn't concentrate for more than 20 minutes, couldn't wake up in the morning, was super groggy all day, fell asleep multiple times. And I was thinking, all right, okay, maybe it's sleep apnea. Then I managed to get some real testosterone, which comes in like these little ampules. So this is like the pharmacy stuff. And I did 2 injections before I went to Cyprus. Went to Cyprus, felt really good. Well, felt good, pretty much. And then I started to feel shit again, but I didn't, at this point I wasn't making the correlation. And obviously I didn't take anything with me to Cyprus. That was 6 days there without anything. Came back, my guy didn't have this testosterone, and I didn't have any left. I used my last injections. So waiting like another 3 or 4 days. So it was like 9 days without injections. And I thought, fuck, I feel shit again. I can't get out of bed. Anyway, I put a big old injection in last night, and I finally, still groggy because testosterone is not going to be super good right away, but I already feel like I'm talking quicker, I'm thinking better, I'm getting out of bed easier. And that's only like 1 day after, so thank God I problem solved that. Very, very important to listen to your body. You don't need to feel groggy, you don't need to feel these things and whatnot. I'm about to head to the gym. I'm not going to take the camera with me today because we already did that. One thing I will do is show you the back of this, because this is my pump product right here. L-citrulline glycoside, L-carnitine, though it doesn't do much. Beetroot extract, nitrosogene, and vitacholine. Those are like some really good things that you should be looking for within a pump product. And then stim product, you want to look at this kind of stuff. Beta alanine, at least 3.2 grams. That is a clinical dose. Caffeine, about 300 milligrams, is really, really good. There is some dicaffeine malate in there as well, which is an extra 50 grams. But this pre-workout, it's called the stim, basically. It's basically just like pure stim, but just not super, super high, which is really, really nice. So I'm going to go head to the gym, get a little workout in, and then we'll probably wrap this video up when I get back. But until then, let's hope for PBs. Inshallah for Habibis. For PBs. Habibi PBs. This is one of the easiest meals that you're ever going to eat if you want to bulk. This is 150 G's cream of rice, which is just, I think basically if you blend rice, it's that with flavoring in it, and then 60 grams of protein. So this is literally 120 carb and 60 protein. Very, very minimal fat. I haven't had too much fat today, I probably need to track that. But just to round up today's eating, super, super easy. This morning I had 5 eggs, 150 grams of sourdough with 30 grams of goat's cheese. This is not going to include any vegetables, but I had peppers and tomatoes of that. Then I had 150 grams of rice with 250 grams of chicken, which again is like, each of these, the first meal was probably 40 protein, 30 fat. The second with 100 carb. The second meal, 120 carb, 60 grams of protein. The next meal was another 120 gram of carb with another 250 grams of chicken, which was another 60 grams of protein. It was actually like breaded chicken, so there's a lot of fat in that, about another 15 grams. And then this meal, another 120 carb with another 60 grams of protein. So you can see how this goes. I'm already at 240 grams of protein, and I'm already at 480 grams of carbohydrates. I also forgot my intra. In my intra, I had 30 grams of carbs, so that's 510, and also had 20 grams of protein, so it's about 280. I don't count the intra protein though. My final meal, I'll do another 60 grams of protein, maybe 50. I'll just check my macros after this. That'll take me to like a total of like 320-ish protein, 330 protein. I'll then have like another 150 carb, which will take me to about 650. And then I'll add some fats in there just to bring up my fats to about 80 or 90. And that is where I'm sat at the moment. So about 330 protein, 650 carb, and about 80, 90 grams of fats. And that keeps me around about the same weight every day, which is about 122.5 kilos. So it's pretty, I think it's a lot of food, to be honest, like a maintenance level, but I'm also 122 kilos on TRT-ish and been bodybuilding for 10 years. So it kind of is what it is. I'm going to tuck into this one. I haven't even tried this. Let me try it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm going to leave this video here. Hope you guys have enjoyed the vlogs. I think I said that every single vlog, but I'm very, very excited to keep these coming, to keep these rolling. We've got a lot coming up in the next few weeks, next few months, so we'll just keep you in the loop. Peace and love, everybody. Bye-bye.